Oi, oi, my beautiful people. It's the Cockney Buddha here, and it's all about getting real, oi, oi. I've had this one rolling around in my head, and it was actually given to me by one of my guys, actually, the idea. So I thought I would go into it. And it's all about therapists use therapists too. Yeah. It was funny because in session, this person says to me, you know what, I didn't realise. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he said it kind of dawned on me when I was watching one of your videos and when you said about going into therapy that you actually do it too. Yes, we do. And I do say we. Because I tell you what, you want that neutral person to talk to. So here I am in sunny Florida. We got a cold one moved in, it's lovely jubbly. It's definitely cooler out. We're quite down now. So I hope everybody's having a good one out there. And yeah, the weather's cooled down quite a bit, so I've been doing a little bit of cold work myself. The shower was extra cold this morning. I did wake up and started working on my mind straight away, as pretty much, I think, anybody with anybody really. You don't have to have a mental health issue going on to not wake up in the morning and start working on yourself. I hope you are waking up and starting to work on yourself. But anyway, I walks into the bathroom and I thought, I'll take a nice, warm, hot shower. But then the mind says, what the heck kind of good is that going to do you, apart from make you feel comfortable, right? You don't want to be feeling comfortable. I want to be, if you want to be energized and feel good and work your breathing and start in the morning right, I jump in a cold shower. That's what I do for myself. Now, whatever you do, you do. I know people that can stand in a hot shower for God knows how long. And, the only thing it'll benefit is sore muscles. So I take cold showers in the morning, so that's what I started off with. And then I've done my meditation and Wim Hof work and all that, and I was still feeling it. So I got out there and I did a video and all. So go and check that out. Go and check out the YouTube video that I just put up out there. And give me a like and subscribe if you would, and give me a comment if you want to leave me a line. I'm always open and always appreciative of those people that let me know if it's helping them out, and give me that little bit of a comment. It's always nice to see yous out there on the wins. So the wins are always good to hear. Anyway, this one, like I said at the beginning, was brought to my attention by one of my guys, and absolutely spot on, because they said that, like I said, they were watching one of my, I don't know if it was listening to my podcast or a vlog, I can't remember because I mentioned it on both, but when I mentioned about my own therapy and doing my own therapy, and it kind of was like, oh, hang on a minute. Oh, they do therapy too. Yeah, of course we do. Yeah. Why do people believe that therapists and counsellors, don't require therapy? Because it's like, oh, fix thyself, right? Fix thyself. And yeah, it can help. It does help, of course, when even when I'm working with my guys, it helps me. It absolutely helps me too. But to think that we, therapists walk around and they have absolutely no issues whatsoever, you're mistaken, completely mistaken. I mean, I can do what I do, and I'll explain how I got into it, but I do what I do from wisdom and experience and living the life. because I do. I live I live the life of it. So people that come and sit in front of me, they'll be explaining about their anxieties and things, and I'm on board because I live it. I know. I've just found ways to help. But one of those things to help, which got me on this journey, was therapy. And my therapist, Judith, absolutely amazing. Big shout out to Judith. For you, all right? Right? And she's amazing. She's amazing. She got me on this journey, which I'll explain. But, yeah. Sitting in front of someone, a neutral person, is for everybody. I believe everybody could do with some therapy. There's always things to work on. There's always things to where you're like, I want to head in this direction, and I'm trying to figure out how to get there. And you get a neutral person that sometimes will tell you, hey, you might be wrong there, or you might want to think about it this way. When you think you're on a winner, and that can totally shift things. So yeah, of course. It's for me. It's a given. Because I know my youngest daughter. She wants to go into psychology, and she was talking this week about getting a doctorate and being a psychiatrist and that. And, she knows what I do and how I work and one thing the other. And don't get any ideas, daughter, about trying to shift the way I do things. I do things the way I do them for a reason. But like I said, it's this whole journey of me being a counsellor. Some people call me a therapist. I don't claim it. I have a certification in counselling. But my therapist got me into this practice. I was doing very, very deep, heavy, still doing it, deep and heavy work. And then I got into the energy work, and Judith was bringing me in, helping with energy work. But I found myself, here I am, with the client's permission, absolutely. So here I am, and I'm sitting in on half sessions before we got into the energy work. And at first I'm like, hang on a minute, am I meant to be here? But the people knew, absolutely. You can't do, you don't do that. You got to make sure everything's kosher and all good with the bloody, with the client. So I started getting pulled in to do energy work with people, with my therapist, and then here I am. I'm sitting on hearing conversations going on and how it works, being on the other side of it, and all of a sudden I'm being asked, do I have an opinion with anything? And I'll look at the person and I'm like, would you like me? Yeah, tell me. And I found I started connecting because I had an understanding of where they were at because of my own things that I deal with, which is anxiety, depression. Real bad at times, by the way. I mean, my therapist said that I was probably the heaviest case that she's seen with anxiety and depression in her career. And she's, been around the block when it comes to therapy. So, and I used to be absolutely deathly afraid of even picking up a telephone. It used to hear the phone ringing. Even if I looked and knew who was on the other side of that, it could be a mate, I would lose it. Because it was the expectations that I was putting on myself of keeping a conversation and blah. Sometimes I get a little bit in there, but no, it doesn't stop me. like it used to. I used to go into panic, literally break out in a sweat, palms all sweaty, like frozen on the spot. And it could be part of like moving into the US, you move into the US and feeling unsafe or something. I don't know. But, and I know there's a background with my old man because my old man didn't want a phone in the house. And probably because of his own fears with it. He probably did. I know when I've had him on the phone, when he did get on a phone. I've only done it like once or twice, I've heard him. But you could tell he's totally like, was shitting it. Won't admit it, but... you could tell. But then that comes off on whoever else is there, which was me. And my sister, thank God, was like, this is ridiculous. I'm getting a phone. and we ended up with, I always remember it, old-fashioned, they're great phones. Old-fashioned, dial, put your finger in and turn the dial for the numbers. And red phone. I can kind of vaguely remember when we got it in as well. It's crazy. But all of a sudden we had a phone. It was like, wow. It was like some state-of-the-art thing. Yeah, all our friends and everybody had phones and that, and we were like, I don't have a phone. What? But it was all of a sudden, I guess that transfers onto God must be something to fear. Because why haven't we got one? It's got to be something to be scared of, right? That's how it happens. That's how it happens. And I have tracked back to that in my own therapy. But if I didn't have my therapist, if I wasn't going into, I wouldn't even be getting on a video call right now. The work has been done, and I'm still doing the work. And it makes us better at our own practice as well. Because you're going in and you're talking about shit that, sometimes I'll go in and I just want to talk about my week, or I want to celebrate something. Like if you're not feeling like you've been celebrated for a win. Like if I've got which I did this week, in fact, but if I have those moments where I'm like controlling some of the anxiety or depression, or I'm going through, like I did today as well, I was going through, it's the reason why I'm on opening the mic now, and it's the whole reason why I did the video. It's doing the PPA, the positive progressive actions. It's doing the pieces parts to help you with whatever's going on. I woke up a bit weird. It was a matter of putting in the work. But I wouldn't have known anything about this if I wasn't guided through therapy to see what my own issues were and are still. And things I'm still discovering too. And then I've been able to, through my own work, through my own hard work and going into some deep, deep areas, from doing the hard work, and then following, which again was passed, and I pass it to my guys. I don't push anything. I just allow the energy to happen. If it happens, great. If it don't, it don't. But it's. I got myself on a path. Sorry, there is a TH in there. I got myself on a path due to my therapist and my therapy. Because I started to want to know, okay, what's what? It took me a while, especially to talk about parent stuff. Hell no. They did no wrong. Yeah, right. Right? But I go into the end and it was, no. Dad didn't fear, and I mean, it's crazy but this is the way, through upbringing, through programs and belief systems and everything, to go really, really deep, some of it, by the way, like really deep. You don't even want to look at it, or you've blocked it out. But through sitting and talking and working on those things, I have cried, like sob crying. I remember walking into my therapist one night. I don't even know how I got there. because it was one of those mornings where I woke, and this was a while ago now, but I woke and I knew there was something not right. I was off. And trust me, I've done a lot of work. Do I have these days? Yeah. But no way, this was what I'm about to tell you is one of those stories. Thank God it's a story, because the outcome might have been different. But it's down to my therapy. So what happened? I wake, I'm not doing right, therapy day. And this was way before the which I'm not sure whether frigging YouTube will, I don't know. But you know that thing that happened in 2019 and got started and everybody panicked over it? Yeah. It was that time. It was around that time that it happened. And I'm hoping I'm going to be able to join this on, because I've just been a bit of a Burke, and I went to hit the pause button and I didn't. I bloody turned the box off as I was recording. That was smart. So hopefully this is going to join on. But yeah, anyway. So there I am. I'm in a bad. My mind is not right, and it's therapy day. I'm going towards my therapist, and I'm like blanking out, kind of. And all I wanted to do was just keep drive past the exit. I didn't even want to get off of the exit. Anyway, I get off the exit. I did get off the exit, and by the time I get to my Judith's, her place, I'm in freaking gone. And I'm going really, really dark. And I walked up to that door, and I opened the door, and Judith was making tea, and the rooms were divided by a curtain, and Judith was making tea. So she was like in the kitchen part of it. And I walk in and I hear her say, "Oh, Steve, I'll be with you in a minute, want tea?" And I hadn't really said anything. And she opened the curtain, looked at me, and she went, "Oh, no." And that was it. I just went to shit. But thank God that Judith was there. Thank God. And I've been there for my guys. I've had situations where somebody is gone, and being that person to be able to help them has been an amazing experience. But the way I learnt that is through my own experience, through my own therapy, through my own work. It's not easy. It's not easy. You're not going in and talking about the weather, even though sometimes you can do that. It depends on where your mind's at. I had somebody say to me not so long ago, I said, "Okay, what would you like to talk about?" And they said, "I just want to be heard. I just want to talk. I just want to be heard." And I know what that is, because I've been the same way. Even though I've got my wife, my two girls, there's those times when I just do not feel like you're being heard by anybody. And there's that one person that you can sit and be heard and talk about things that you can't talk to anybody else about. To learn about yourself. So through therapy, yes, have I become a better person? Absolutely. No question. Do I still go to therapy? Yes, I still go to therapy. It's important. Very important to me. To keep the work going, to work on myself, to keep looking, to be celebrated. Don't give up on yourselves, guys. And guess what? I've been given a test. Because now I've got to join this end bit on. And hopefully you won't know about it. Because I can't believe I did that, tell you the truth. But it was there for a reason. Now I've got to figure it out, right? I don't even know if my Buzzsprout software does it to where I can join something on, but I'm about to find out. Hope everybody's having a good one. And get yourselves into therapy, guys, or a life coach or something. I do both things. I guide and I do counselling too. Hit me up. Go and check out the website, mindnutritionforall.com. If you go down into my description, there is a link tree down there. You can find me across all different social media platforms, including YouTube. Go and give me a like and a subscribe and throw me a comment. Work on yourselves, guys. Don't give up on yourselves. Hope everybody takes it easy. Stay that course. Namaste.